it's Jen Bengal here from Out of This World Literacy. In the previous episode, I talked about 4 ideas for planting seeds in the writer's notebooks. And today I'm going to share with you 5 more practical ways to plant seeds in writer's notebooks. If you didn't check out the last few episodes, I encourage you to go back and take a listen. As I've mentioned before, I had no idea how to teach my students writing back in my early years as a teacher. I used to think teaching writing was having my students write responses to questions after a social studies lesson. I had no idea how to teach writing, but I knew enough to know I was falling short. When I discovered the idea of a writer's notebook and planting seeds, my mind was blown. And it felt like I could actually teach kids how to plant seeds versus trying to figure out how to get them to publish a writing piece from start to finish. Seeds? That I could handle. So I developed a bunch of different ways to get students practicing writing. Yesterday, I shared four ideas with you, and today I've got 5 more just as amazing ways to plant seeds in the writer's notebook and get your kids writing. Here we go. Idea number 1 is to have students make a list from a list. Yes, that's right, a list from a list. Oftentimes, students start writing about topics that are super broad, like what I did all summer. Because they pick a topic that is ginormous and covers 90 days of activities, their writing is often a hot mess and really hard for readers to understand. To help kids niche their writing down and get super focused, have them make a list from a list. What I mean by this is, say they made a list of the things they did all summer long. Have them choose one thing on that list that they think that they could say a lot more about. Maybe it's going to the water park. Have them write going to the water park on a fresh page in their notebook and make a list about that one event. This will really help kids niche down their writing and stay super focused. Idea number 2, print off famous quotes on Avery sticky labels and have students stick them into their notebooks and then write about their thoughts surrounding that quote. They can make a list of thoughts, start a story about the quote, or draw sketches. This is a really fun activity. Idea number 3 is to have students create a timeline. Ask them to think about their favorite day, their worst day, most stressful day, and make a timeline of events. You can model this by showing how to write a timeline on a class anchor chart of one of your days. You may even do a shared writing experience where you make a timeline of a typical school day for your class and have the students help you. Idea number 4 is to have the kids become observant writers. Have them bring their notebooks and pencils on a class nature walk. Go outside if possible, or simply go for a walk through the school, visiting the cafeteria, library, gymnasium, and lobby, etc. As they walk, tell them to make a list of all the thoughts that they are going through their minds about what they notice. Then, when you return to the classroom, students can share their lists. It will be amazing to see just how different everyone was thinking while walking together in the same hallway. This is a great opportunity to talk about how each one of us has a unique perspective and voice. No other writer can say things the way we can say them. This is a great activity. I also tell students that a writer can write down their thinking before it gets lost in space. A writer's notebook is a place to keep our thoughts safe forever. If we don't write an idea down, we often forget it and it gets lost forever. And a writer's notebook can keep those ideas safe. Idea number 5 is to have students get a bit reflective. After they've made a few entries into their notebooks, invite them to look back and read what they've already written. They can use a highlighter to mark pieces of their writing that really stands out to them. Then have them choose the lines, phrases, or items from their list that they really love and fill up a page of their favorite writing so far. You can have them label a fresh page, quotes from my past writing. This is such a great way to find students' writing territories, what they are most interested in writing about. It also helps them to really visualize all the ideas they have generated so far as writers. It's been my pleasure chatting with you today. I hope you can use some of these writing seed ideas. If you're feeling overwhelmed with teaching writing like I used to feel, I encourage you to just try 1 or 2 ideas and don't feel like you have to turn every single writing entry into a polished writing masterpiece. As long as you are giving students an opportunity to play with writing, find their writing voice, and build their stamina, you are doing great. Know that I am the biggest fan of the work you and your students are doing every day. If you'd like more teaching tips, you can check out outofthisworldliteracy.com. To learn about a course available that will help you teach writing, visit jenbengalcourses.com. Until next time, you've got this.